The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. This is a volcano emergency. Repeating, this is a volcano emergency. The Yellowstone volcano, supervolcano, has been erupting for 5 days so far. This is a volcano emergency as the ash cloud has now reached both the Atlantic and Pacific coasts, the Pacific and Atlantic coast of the United States. A volcano emergency is only issued for the most extreme volcanic eruptions. The eruption has ejected 3,500 cubic kilometers of magma across the United States so far, and is continuing to eject more magma. The volcano emergency includes all of the United States. This eruption will likely end in a few days, as encouraging reports suggest a decrease in the eruption's power and intensity. That the eruption is diminishing in intensity and power. A global catastrophe will then occur as the cloud of ash circles the planet. This will block sunlight and cause a severe volcanic winter for years. A global volcanic winter that lasts years. A severe volcanic winter that lasts for years. Numerous hazards still remain for people in the United States. These hazards include earthquakes, caldera collapse, lava flows, pyroclastic flows, heavy ash and pumice fallout, and severe weather and climatic changes. This eruption is now a mid-range VI 8. Another informational update is scheduled for tomorrow morning. Not a test. This is a national emergency. Important details and instructions will follow. This is an emergency notification order for release by the White House. During this emergency, all cable and TV stations will remain on the air, delivering important emergency information and alerts. This is not a test. The President of the United States or his designated representative will be delivering an address over the emergency alert system shortly. Please stand by. Please stand by. Here is the President of the United States. My fellow Americans, it grieves me to report this information to you. As we have feared, the Yellowstone supervolcano a day ago exploded. This eruption is continuing and has already ejected the necessary 1,000 cubic kilometers of magma needed to rank as a supervolcanic eruption. After this alert ceases transmission, a new updated volcano warning will be issued. At this time, the states of Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, Colorado, and Utah have ceased to exist. Huge pyroclastic flows surged outwards from the erupting volcano, incinerating everything left within 100 miles of the volcano. The eruption column extends to a height of 52 miles into the sky. Lava is also flowing out of the caldera, adding to the destruction. This eruption now ranks as a volcanic explosivity index 8 eruption, meaning that over 1,000 cubic kilometers of magma have been ejected. The states of Nebraska, Kansas, Nevada, New Mexico, Oklahoma, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Texas have all received about 3 to 6 inches of volcanic ash and pumice fallout from this eruption. The eruption has now continued for nearly 2 days. Over 1,300 cubic kilometers of magma, rock, lava, and ash have been dumped across the United States. This eruption shows no signs of ending any time soon. Expect the following hazards to continue across the United States. These include earthquakes, heavy ash and pumice fallout, pyroclastic flows, lava flows, caldera collapse, and volcanic winter weather impacts. A global catastrophe is imminent After this eruption ends, the volcano's sulfur dioxide quantity will block sunlight, reflecting some of it back into space, thus cooling the planet, causing several years of volcanic winter conditions. My fellow Americans, even though we are in tough and unprecedented times, we will prevail and get through this catastrophe stronger and better than ever before. I want to get this to the end before I turn off this alert. The United States Geological Survey. Wait, let me put my ears. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological FEMA, the National Weather Service, and the United States government. A volcano warning has been issued for the continental United States until further notice. Over the last several hours, ash and lava emissions have been erupting from Yellowstone, Yellowstone's North Geyser Basin. Now the main event is about to begin. A massive supervolcanic eruption is imminent within Yellowstone. This eruption will be ranked as a volcanic explosivity index of 8, meaning that it will be a supervolcanic eruption. Over 2,000 plus cubic kilometers of magma are expected to erupt across the United States during this eruption. Everyone in the central and eastern United States should prepare for heavy ash fall across the country. You have less than 36 hours before Yellowstone erupts. This eruption will produce the following hazards: lava flows, heavy ash and pumice fallout, earthquakes, caldera collapse, pyroclastic flows, pyroclastic surges, and lahars are all to be expected during this eruption. Once the eruption begins, an EAN will be issued announcing the beginning of the super eruption and what hazards to lie in store for Americans of in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of the United States of America. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At 8:30 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, June 2nd, 2025, a massive earthquake with a estimated magnitude of 8.2 has just struck the Yellowstone region. This earthquake may have triggered the Yellowstone supervolcano to erupt. This earthquake was epicentered at the Norris Geyser Basin in Yellowstone National Park. Catastrophic damage has occurred within this area, with reports of coming in of built structures collapsed on top of people. Over 100 fatalities have been confirmed so far, but expect that this number to rise as more people are found. If you live in a 100-mile radius of Yellowstone, take the following actions. Drop to the ground, cover your head and your body, and hold on to something sturdy until the shaking stops. Be alert for aftershocks or a volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption may be imminent because of this earthquake. Therefore, be ready to evacuate immediately. Yellowstone National Park has closed for the foreseeable future due to this volcanic threat. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. An immediate evacuation order has been issued for the following states/areas: Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. This is due to an anticipated eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano. The Yellowstone supervolcano is expected to erupt in the next 7 days. Evacuate immediately if you live in the aforementioned states. More expansions or additional states could be advised to evacuate at any time. Do not delay. Evacuate now. At 6:30 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, June 2nd, 2025, major volcanic activity was detected beneath Yellowstone. This included the ground deformation accelerating to a heightened pace of 5 feet in 6 hours across the entire caldera. The entire caldera is rising by no less than 5 feet in 6 hours. In addition, minor eruptions and effusions of lava have been spotted oozing out from fissures in the Norris Geyser Basin A major volcanic eruption is deemed imminent. Therefore, if you live in the following aforementioned states, you are ordered to evacuate now. Do, do, do. The following message is sent at the request of the National Weather Service's Central Region Headquarters, and the fall warning issued for the entire central United States so far to north. This warning indicates that heavy ash and pumice fallout from a major volcanic eruption is occurring within the warned areas. At this time, the Yellowstone supervolcano continues to erupt in its seventh day of violent eruptive explosive eruptions. The eruption has thus far ejected 4,000 cubic kilometers of magma, rock, lava, and ash across the United States. The ash cloud has reached the Atlantic and Pacific coast of the United States and is dumping heavy ash and pumice fallout across most of the country from Yellowstone eastwards. Total ash and pumice accumulations in the central United States will range between 2 feet in Texas to 49 feet up near Yellowstone, with even higher amounts inside of the caldera's radius itself. Do not go outside during this ashfall warning. Volcanic ashfall is hazardous to human health. Do not attempt to drive through volcanic ashfall, as this can lead to car breakdowns. The best place to be during this eruption is inside an interior room away from any windows.